and he sliced open his hand, had to get stitches, ended up playing incredible, leading us to a comeback victory in that game. But just that dog mentality you're talking about, that mental toughness to go and overcome a situation like that, just truly shows who he is as a person and a player.
Man, that's crazy. Tom Brady played through a paper cut. Man. Guys, we are back here at Punchline Pod. We got a great special guest, Marlon over here, always. Jack. And we've got a guy, a Super Bowl champ. Two-time, maybe three. You know what I'm saying? Looking into the crystal ball. Mr. Kyle Van Noy.
Appreciate you having me, guys.
Tell me about that name, actually.
Well, I'm adopted, so I don't really know much about it except that it's Dutch. But I don't look very Dutch, but I'll take it.
That's a great icebreaker. That's not what I thought I planned on hearing that. But, you know, Jack, start us off. What are we starting off here with today?
Every episode, we start with Marlon's mind. And when we have a guest, we get to have the guest react. So this is just unfiltered what Marlon's thinking. So, Marlon, what's on your mind today?
Bro, it's crazy. So I thought about this last week, and it's crazy because you're here. Mm-hmm. This was just on my mind. Like, last week, whatever day, I was sitting there thinking, man, I saw a clip of Tom Brady. He's on stage. He was talking. Man, that dog, I wanted to kill him. All like amped up. I'm like, and then I sat there thinking, like, man, that's the GOAT. And then you know what I thought about? Is Tom Brady ever really bullying anybody? Is he really ever out there like, frick, man, my dad gonna be kidney, frick, just like, headbutting, just, Or is he just back there, hey, protect me, bro. Like, don't let me get hit again. Like, look, he's the GOAT. But it's like, is he tough? Is Tom Brady tougher than you? Is Tom Brady tougher than you? Is Tom Brady tougher than any linebacker you play with? Is Tom Brady tougher than any O-lineman you win against? Is Tom Brady so tough that he's out there, I wanted to kill him?
This is your fault. You said he didn't have the energy.
I'm just saying, like, no, like, I'm seriously sitting here thinking, like, it's a kid saying, I want to have that Tom Brady toughness. Now, is he out here throwing the ball in 1.2 seconds and running down the field, doing his thing, whoop-de-whoop? Hey, I'm not hating.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like a hater.
I know what you're talking about.
On my fingers, except this Oura ring. And I have really done nothing with my career compared to Tom Brady's. But still, all I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying, you really not Mr. Tough Dog. I'm an animal. I'm a monster. When I put my helmet on, all I see is red, bloody vision. Like, because you're really not. You're seeing, like, please throw this ball so I don't get hit quickly.
I think, honestly, you brought up some good points in that little rant you have, right?
That's all I need. I'm just saying.
But I always go back to what it would be like to be that age getting hit, like 35, 36, 37. You know, it's starting getting up there. You're like, it would hurt to get hit that late in your years playing football. But I will say I do think he has that dog mentality. I mean, I've seen it.
Keyword, mentality.
And I'll say this too, like his mental toughness and that dog that he's talking about. I will tell you a quick story that it was before the AFC Championship in 2017. He slit open his entire hand on a handoff. It just got tangled with Rex Burkhead, who at the time we wanted to beat up because it was like, why did you hurt him? But it wasn't his fault. It was unintentionally. And he sliced open his hand, had to get stitches, ended up playing incredible, leading us to a comeback victory in that game. But just that dog mentality you're talking about, that mental toughness to go and overcome a situation like that just truly shows who he is as a person and a player. And then just that mindset, like he's got one of them old school helmets and he's headbutting people. You don't want to get headbutted by one of those old helmets. You already know it's like you're not even wearing a helmet at that case. He just has a shell on his head. So
it's different.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. Tom Brady played through a paper cut. Man, that is a dog. Frick, man. Golly.
I would say it was a big gash, not a paper cut.
Man. Golly.
That's funny.
But that's on the mind. This was, look.
That's cool. That was on your mind.
That was on my chest. Just because,
it really was.
Look, and this is the thing. I watch him like, dang, that boy's a dog. Like, I'm like, dang, that boy. Like, then I'm like, wait.
You're talking about like the physical.
Yeah. Be like, his mindset out here, sharp, boom.
But what quarterback likes to get hit?
None, but I'm just saying, I look at like.
Josh Allen. I feel like he's always running into people.
He'd be wilding.
Yeah.
I don't know if any quarterback likes to necessarily get. Tannehill low-key be trying to like bump sometimes.
Yeah, but he doesn't like to get hit either. Like, you could go down the list. There's not one quarterback where you're like, except
Prime Cam Newton was out there trying to thump.
Yeah, okay, running the rock.
And then you can't last forever.
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
That's just factual.
Yeah.
That's just factual.
I mean, you could say Ben Roethlisberger too, like,
but he was a big boy. That was
I know, but later in his career, he didn't like. You know what I mean? So it's like,
big boy.
What quarterback likes to get hit?
Jared Goff. Does Jared Goff like to get hit? You hit him a couple of times yesterday.
Goff is thin.
What did he say to you when you hit him?
Yeah, during the game, it was fourth quarter, and I missed him on a spin move, and I've had his number for a while in the league. And he said, "I hate you," and I took that as a compliment. Though I should have said, "I love you," but that would have been good. But I just smiled and thanks, Jared. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Jared. Well, all right, that was on the mind. What we got next, man? Charlie, that was good. That was on my chest like for like 5 days.
Yeah.
For like 5 days. We're good.
We were gonna talk about the Ravens' big win over the Lions. 2 sacks, an almost sack. Jadavian taught you that. I think.
An almost pick.
Gino stole my pick. I could have I was gonna catch it like this.
That's league leader in interceptions. He
technically didn't steal my pick. I mean, he was in better.
Can we talk about something though?
He was in better position.
Why didn't you let him run out? Why?
I'm trying to figure out, was that a long drive?
Yes.
I was just tired the whole day yesterday. I was just coming out
I'm
from
glad
sickness.
he need
that. I was just like, fam, if you turn, go upfield, I'm not blocking.
Yeah, you was like, sit your ass down.
Yeah, I was going. So
I'm surprised you didn't tackle him.
Did you hear what the offense was saying? The O-lineman? Bro, bat it down. Because it was 4th down. They were on the 40. They were literally telling him to bat the ball down. They were like, that was a
contract year for G.
No, they were saying the selfish football.
Wow, really?
They were saying bro, your IQ, man, get your IQ up.
It's not like Roquan.
It's not like Roquan. So, man, yesterday was, if you're a Ravens fan, you should be very happy. Hey, I'll say this. Detroit pulled up heavy. I feel like I saw
a lot of blue. Yeah.
Living downtown, you kind of see the gist. And there was a couple times, when they came out, I thought our offense was, I thought some of our players were coming out. Because I'm like, wow. I'm like, I turned and looked. I'm like, wait, that's them coming out for warm-ups. Wow. So Detroit pulled up deep. They pulled up deep, but man, the offense was, so you weren't here with us for camp.
No, thank everything.
But the offense was slicing and dicing in camp.
They were?
Bro, they were slicing and dicing in camp.
Okay.
So was I surprised to see that? Yes, because that was just kind of wild yesterday.
Yeah.
But Lamar was in camp was bang, bang, bop, boom, bow, bow.
Yeah.
And it was
his passing is on another level this year from the last time I played him, which was in 2019, to see where he's at now has progressed so much. And, kudos to him and his
Sunday night.
Sunday night was brutal.
That was one of Lamar's best games too.
Yeah, him and Mark Ingram, they was running that rock that night, and LJ could do whatever.
Was that how many times you played in the bank?
That would have been my first.
That was 2019 was your first?
Yeah.
Talk to us about the bank. Let's hear it from the other side.
Yeah, the bank, when it's rolling, it's special. When you guys were flicking the lights on and off, that was crazy.
That Sunday night game was crazy. That's why it was crazy for me being on the team. Was it as crazy on the other side?
Yeah, it was crazy. the momentum, when you get that momentum, I think you can kind of know what I'm saying. We felt it, against the Lions too, that momentum of the energy. It gets really loud and everybody's, that passion and that desire to win is, you could feel that in the stadium. Yeah. So it was impressive, but, don't want to talk about 19. Let's talk about now.
Talk about that now. Hey, big win for the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
Onto the West Coast.
Yeah, let's go. The best coast.
Have you ever played out there?
West Coast.
Have either of you played there?
I played with the Chargers last year, so.
I played, the West Coast, yeah. Arizona.
No, Arizona.
Yes, I like Arizona, has good grass.
Have I ever played?
I've had wild games in the desert.
But that's the Super Bowl stadium last year. They're complaining about the grass. The sod father.
Well, wear studded cleats. Stop trying to look all cute on TV. Wear them studs. Yeah, hate them, but you got to do what you got to do to win. Well, you were about to say something before we cut you off about.
I won a natty.
Oh, you did? Hey, you know what's crazy? I think I was at that game.
You went to that game?
It was against Deshaun Watson.
Yes.
Yes. And Hunter Renfrow, was it Hunter?
Hunter Renfrow went crazy that game. He had like 3 tutties.
O.J. Howard went crazy too.
O.J. Howard went crazy.
Drake went crazy, I think, maybe.
Drake had that long kickoff return or something like that. It was like 80 yards, 90 yards. Whatever.
That was the first football game I've ever been to that I watched.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Like that I've been in a stadium and watched was that one.
Oh,
and
it was like a normal person.
Yeah, as a normal human.
Never know like high school?
No.
Middle school?
No. It was I played or I didn't.
There's a trend going around. What's the first Super Bowl you remember watching?
That's a good one. For me, it'll probably be like the greatest show on turf. The Rams getting so close, but yet so far. That would suck. You're 1 yard essentially from winning the Super Bowl.
He lost the national championship by a yard.
It's crazy. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, really? He didn't watch football.
The first NFL game I actually watched that I sat down and actually watched that I did not watch all the way through was probably in the draft because I was training and it was whoever played in the 17 Super Bowl. 16.
You didn't watch a Super Bowl until 2016.
One time I watched Super Bowl up the street from my friend's house, fell asleep, woke up and walked home. I think the Giants maybe won.
Giants over the Patriots.
And then we were a college guy.
Yeah.
We're college. So I went to some Bama game. I had a red wig.
You did.
I had a red wig in Alabama as a kid.
What's a red wig?
Just crimson wig.
You got a picture? Could you put it up for everybody to see?
If he gets a picture,
I feel like I have a photo somewhere.
We got to get it.
Arizona brings back good and bad memories, though.
Okay, what's the good?
The good, natty? Winning the natty.
Okay.
Well, I guess it wasn't really bad looking at it. I got turf toe or something happened during the game. They're like
in that game,
hurt my foot, whatever, and they're like. Take me to the tent. I don't even know what happened. All I know is next thing you know, they're pulling out a needle. Put it in my the needle would seem like it was crazy long.
Yeah.
Like before I could even really know what's going on, they're just like, and I'm like, so I couldn't feel my foot. I could only feel the two pinky and the other,
those needles are like that big,
yeah,
right?
So I could only feel the pinky in this one. So all these couldn't feel. And it's like after the game, I just took my shoe off because I didn't know if I had the toes there or not. I took the shoe off and was walking around, couldn't feel it. But then we won the natty, so I wasn't tripping. I was in the cast for a little bit of time. Season was over anyway. Won the natty. And that was a great offseason, man. It was a great offseason. I was in a boot. No, I was in a cast. They put me in a
turf
cast.
toe? But you're making fun of Tom Brady for a paper
No,
cut?
they put me in. They actually put me in a cast. They put me in a cast because they knew I would not be responsible with the boot.
That's probably smart.
Yeah, that's.
And then
I could see that. You in college being responsible.
Yeah, exactly. They were very smart. So then I said, screw the crutches anyway. And I just walked around, shoe in a boot, walking to the bars. Just boom, bang, blue boot.
It still worked out for you, huh?
Still worked out,
Right.
man.
Who are your boys at Alabama?
My boys were
like, who are your dogs?
My OGs.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to say OGs, but guys that like
I'm trying to think, man. There's a lot.
It shouldn't
of
be that hard.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, you have a lot. Yeah.
It was nights. It was, you go in a mode. I mean, I'm not getting too specific, but I am. You go in because like Bama's weird. You have to be, like, they don't really, when I was there, they wouldn't really let you in the bars unless you were like 21. Unless an older guy got you in. So Drake would get me in, OJ would get me in, Derek would get me in, Derrick Henry. Geno, not Geno Stone. What is Geno Smith? Geno Smith?
Geno Smith?
Not that Geno Smith though. Basically, there was a lot of it was a lot going on. But as I got older, I was the one that threw the parties. I was known for having great parties.
Yeah, that's what we've heard. I
threw some great parties. But all right, enough of that memory lane.
Yeah, let's go back to your Patriots days. Are you teaching the fellas how to win a Super Bowl?
Yeah, there we go. Knowledge.
I think one thing you'll find from me is I won't talk about it just because it's so far from
reality.
Yeah, it's so far from there. So much can happen. Literally, I just say, let's take it 1 week at a time. And then when the regular season's up, then we'll see where we're at. It's too far to plan that far ahead unless you're Patrick Mahomes, I guess. It's an Airbnb every year,
Yeah, you prior. Don't have your Vegas.
He does that every year?
Yeah, that's what he says he does.
I mean, he's been to what, like 5?
That's what he said in his Netflix docuseries. I thought that was crazy. Good for him.
You ever made your Vegas flights?
I mean, at worst, you can just, someone's going to rent that Airbnb regardless. It's just like, it makes it actually a pretty good investment, honestly, when you think about it.
But no, I don't, I just try to, be a good teammate, honestly. That's kind of what I've tried to do here with the Ravens. Just be on top of it so none of the guys have to worry about me, and then just show my work ethic and be a good teammate.
Marlon says that when he walks in the room, people perk up. They get locked in. Have you seen that too? Is he the leader of the defense?
Marlon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When Marlon steps in the room, someone's talking shit.
Yeah, that's more like, actually, this is true. That's probably more true.
He does, the thing
He's a
about,
liar, actually.
The thing about,
I did not say that.
The thing about Marlon I like is that, as people see on camera and whatnot, when he's working on his craft, he's very focused, and his intent and attention to detail of his craft is impressive. And, I respect the way he works. Even though he's right here, I'm going to look at the camera. I respect the way he works and does his thing. And he deserves a lot of credit. He's been underrated his whole career. And I hope he continues to shine, coming back off his injury and showing to the world how good he is.
Who is the...
You're welcome.
Thank you. Who is a guy? Who's the most talented guy you've ever been around?
Oh man!
This is the thing. It doesn't have to be a guy that made
it's not Tom.
Big time.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We shouldn't have asked him with Tom. Frick.
Yeah. No.
Who's the guy? I wouldn't say. Yeah. I wouldn't.
I guess he's not that athletic.
Yeah, I've played with some incredible players. Like I've played with Calvin Johnson. He
played with Cal. Wait, where'd you start your career?
So I did 2 years in Detroit.
Bro, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so it felt good to get 2 sacks on them. But I did 2 years in Detroit, and then started my third one there. Got traded in the first couple weeks to New England. Then did 4 there, and then I got a big contract by Miami. Then got in the middle of that, garbage down there with the head coach and the GM.
Oh, yeah.
Then I got released after 1 year. Then went back to New England.
You were a captain.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Yeah, that's a crazy y'all
had crazy stuff going on.
I can't wait to do.
Is that a crazy story that might need to be shared?
I think I'll share it in a book or something.
Okay, all right.
It was that crazy?
Yeah, it was that crazy.
All right, so before that book releases, though, you got to give us a sneak peek.
Yeah.
You got to come back.
We can touch a little bit on it. I don't want to give all.
What we heard in the media true? Like everything true?
Like what did you hear?
The allegation that Flores made.
How crazy? What basically? What? Miami, ready, set, go. Let's just get a small glimpse.
Because
butterfly
in my
river.
research, I was like 4-year, $50 million contract, captain of the team, left after a year. I asked my friend who's a Dolphins fan, and they don't even know.
Yeah, so I believe I was just in the middle of a civil war, they call it, between like the GM and the head coach. And that like going on, the power struggles that you don't see behind closed doors. Yeah. And it was kind of him like, oh, this was your guy? Well, see ya.
Do you still get paid that contract?
So I only had in my contract fully guaranteed out of the 53 was 15.
Gotcha.
So I did have an injury settlement like Byron Jones, I believe he had an Achilles. He's still getting paid by the Dolphins right now, even though but because of his injury. So I might as well have been like, my leg or something, and I would have still got paid, but I wanted to keep playing.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of what happened. Another thing down there that happened was some players were talking to the media about Tua and blah, 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 blah. And a lot of people thought it was me.
Yeah.
And then
I heard
people don't know this, but me and Tua are close. Like, I know Tua, and like for me to like go to like one of the beat writers seems like that's crazy to me. And a lot of like people down there thought I was like feeding these beat writers information, which was like, what? I know some players, that's what they do. Like, I think it's crazy to do that in general, but that's not something I would do. So that was that pissed me off that like some people started that rumor. And then after I got cut, they asked me about like Brian Flores. And then literally like 2 hours after that, someone sent me a news article that came out saying like I was a bad captain, I was a bad teammate, X, Y, and Z. And that was just them trying to like cover themselves of why they cut me, I guess. I don't know. But there's a lot more that goes into, and like Tua talks about it all the time in his relationship of, going from what he had of, he was scared to make a mistake, didn't feel comfortable, and now he gets to be himself. He talks trash on the podium now, It's kind of cool. I'm happy for his success. It's big when that happens, when you struggle a couple years and then have some success like his team has right now. Even though they lost to the Eagles, they're still pretty good dang team.
Yeah.
How did you find out you got traded in the first in Detroit?
So I got a phone call at 1:00 October 24th.
Remember the day.
At 1:00.
Remember the time.
Yeah. I was going to
Remember the weather?
No.
Brady outside.
Yeah. I won't forget that because it was a crazy day. We were going to the hospital for something.
Crap.
And
I see. I remember that too, probably.
Yeah. It wasn't anything serious. It was just like kind of that whole day of just remembering. I get the phone call and the guy was like, hey, Bob Quinn, who was the GM there, was like, hey, want to say thanks for, everything you've done in Detroit and blah, 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 blah. Like, we traded you, thank you. And I'm like, well, where did you trade me to? He didn't like tell me right away. He was like, traded you to New England, appreciate you, click. That was it.
Wow.
Didn't hear from, then I got a phone call from the Patriots. Hey, the only thing cool about getting traded is they pay for your move. So
wow.
Yeah.
I'm always interested to hear how guys hear.
Yeah.
Because I know some guys like be chilling and they just find out like from social
chilling.
media.
Were you in trade
But
rumors
I'm happy, like,
at all?
it's cool that they at least called you. Like I know
Yeah.
some guys like literally, I don't know if it's they don't try to communicate it or like.
Well, I got cut in Miami by a phone call.
Oh, they didn't even bring you up.
Nah, from a phone call.
Now that's disrespectful.
That's gonna be part of the I'll get it. I'll dive into that. I'll give you.
I'm excited for the book. I'm excited for the. Wait, so were you in trade rumors? Like,
I felt like something was coming because of how I was getting treated. Like,
Gotcha.
I knew that. So I found out I was a general manager's pick, and a lot of people don't know this. Some players are coaches' picks. Some players are general managers' picks. Some people have like, where they're a both pick. It just happens to be that way. I was a general manager's pick. I don't believe the defensive coordinator liked me. For my first 2 years, I had my position coach tell me to my face, "We don't know where to put you." And it's like, well, just put me on the field. Like, I don't care where you put me. Just put me on the field. And ended up, the GM got fired my second year. We went 1-7 and ended up coming all the way back. And then Aaron Rodgers has this famous Hail Mary.
Oh, you were on the team.
I was on the team watching. Watching at that point, and it's kind of funny in that there's a story within that. Me and Coach Caldwell are like, there's a back way to Detroit to like go up hella stairs underneath from the field, and I'm at like the top of the stairs next to him, and we're both pissed off. And a coach at the bottom was like, "They're doing a PAT," because back then, like if you hit a game winner, you would have to kick the PAT. And I'm at the top, and I like literally like run down these stairs full pads, and I get on the railing and slide down to get on the field fast as possible because that's something I was on. I wanted to get my player performance getting on the field.
Man.
Wait, so you get traded from Detroit to New England. Are you excited about that? You're going from one of the worst teams to the best.
So I was actually pissed at first because I was starting on the Lions. I finally was starting to play. And then going to New England, you got Hightower, Jamie Collins, Rob Ninkovich, and Jabal Sheard, Chris Long, and it's like, and Shea McClellan. It's like, where the hell am I going to play? And then unfortunately, like a week later after I got there, they traded Jamie Collins, and then everybody hated me in New England for a couple weeks because that was everybody's boy, and ended up working out. He ended up coming back, and we're all like, me, Hightower, and him are like the best of friends. Those are my guys.
And you won, and what year was that?
16. We won that year.
Oh, dang, that's clutch.
Yeah, 28-3 comeback.
Oh, Atlanta.
Everyone's number one question.
Did I watch that? I think I.
You watched it. You had
that would have been 2016. That's the first Super Bowl.
Oh,
yeah,
wait, what?
That was yours. That's a good Super Bowl to watch.
Oh, I was down at. Yeah, I had it on. I had something on TV. It was in the living room. I don't really.
You might have been partying too hard.
No. I was locked in for the draft.
You were?
Training process. Let's hear about your training process for the
No. You first. You first.
I'm locked in for my training process.
You were?
When I tell you I'm locked in. So like I go down to Panama. I mean, not Panama.
Panama.
No,
wow, you aren't locked in.
No. I forgot. What was that? Pensacola.
Okay.
Pensacola, Florida.
Panama.
So it's like it's. I'm not saying Panama City Beach, but I definitely been locked in.
Yeah, you ain't locked in at all. You ain't locked in.
Bro, I go like. I don't know, at some point when I like got out of living with my college roommates who were kind of dirty, like they just were messy. Like I felt like I always had to clean. If I didn't clean, the room was there. Stuff was never getting clean. Like, so whatever.
Grinding.
I went on this full like new like health care thing. So I didn't know what I was doing. I just go in there. I'm like, yo, Brian, I need some face products. I'm like getting all this health stuff. Like trying to do the whole like, get food in the fridge, be responsible, not be training. Grind. Doing that for like the whole time. And then I like find out with all the other guys I'm training with, they've been like partying, hanging. I'm like, bro, I thought we were all like on this, like, let's run our best. Yeah. So then I started going out a little bit. But
you in Panama City.
But before that, I was super locked in. Locked in.
So like a week locked in?
No, I was like
he didn't go out the night he got drafted.
I was a long time locked in.
Did you? What was your draft night?
So you went first 17, 18?
I went
17.
First and 17.
Okay.
But he didn't go because he was afraid he wasn't going to be drafted.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah, that's respectable. I went second, 40th pick, and my range was like anywhere from like 20 to 50. That was kind of like
so you sweated the whole first day.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought I was gonna go to Kansas City. They ended up taking D Ford. I thought I was gonna go to the Saints. I thought I was gonna go to Philly. They took Malcolm Smith III. And I thought they were gonna take me at the Patriots, but they D lineman had a DUI, so they took a D lineman to replace him. And then I thought I was gonna go to Atlanta at 33. And then Detroit came out of nowhere and traded up for me.
So and where were you at for your draft?
I was at the house, just chilling.
So like 30-second pick, you're sitting there like, this could be me.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Then you don't get a phone call and it's like, it's not me.
Hey, at least you didn't go to
but
the
my
draft.
second day, I had the first day I didn't have a party because I was sweating.
All right, so
and then
good.
the second day, I knew I was gonna go in the first like 30 picks. So it was just like, let's have a party, have people over, like family and friends.
All right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then you didn't go out after.
No.
And then you're in Detroit the next day?
Yes. Yeah, fly out that next morning.
When you get a call, hey man, this is blah 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 Detroit. What is your first thought?
I was pissed again because I didn't fit their system. They ran a 4-3. Like I played 3-4 outside linebacker. Like I didn't fit that system. So that's why I always tell kids in the draft, like pray that you go to the right system. Like Puka Nacua, that's one of my homies, like young bull out of Brigham.
Crazy.
He's going crazy, but I knew he was gonna go crazy because I saw him in college.
You did tweet that,
and I was like, he just needs to go to the right place. And McVay, he's gonna put you in spots to succeed. So it's like him doing what he's doing is not shocking to anybody that watched him in college. He was kind of injured a little bit in college, so like I'm proud of where he is now. Like he's impressive, man. He's like he might have the best rookie season stats ever. So
man, you be thinking ahead. I don't even think I get Baltimore. I'm just like, it's cold there. That's all. I'm not even thinking about. But I also didn't watch much ball either. But
wait, that's perfect. You said McVay will put you in spots.
Yeah.
You guys stumped McVay in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Marlon, I'm just gonna lob this out there. Marlon says Belichick was never the mind. He claims that it was a little bit more Tom. What do you have to say to that?
I think it was a perfect marriage. I think you always need a quarterback to win in the NFL. That is proven. But you also need a defense. Like you go back and look at the Chiefs the last couple years, they've won it. They've kind of been in the pack in the regular season, and then come them playoff times, they turn up, and you see Chris Jones, the leader of the pack, man. He turns up every postseason, and it's impressive. And you know, when I was in previous employment, we kind of did the same. I got that from Ryan Fitzpatrick. When you start playing for a bunch of teams, like you would get fined in Miami for saying like where you played, or me and him would find each other like friendly if I like said in Lions, or like he would always say he had like 20 teams he played for. So we just said previous employment. I stole that from him. But yeah, just you got to have both to win it.
Our most asked question was, what are the differences between Belichick and Harbaugh?
Ooh, that's a good one. One, I would say Harbaugh is more animated. Like he's like, in team meetings, you can be a testament.
I'm on the front row. He be animated. He be getting a spitting.
Yeah.
On you. You know what I mean? It's like, so he be animated.
Yeah, he be football ready.
You ain't gonna
too.
be falling asleep in his meetings.
Nah.
No shot.
But I would say Bill is a little more dry sense of humor. He
makes jokes.
I think people have seen it over the last week of him like talking on the media. I know you haven't watched, but he's been, getting a little bit better at telling stories, and feel like he's getting media ready. And
he made a Taylor Swift joke.
He's making jokes.
Wow, I didn't know he was a joke.
But like in meetings, he says some funny stuff. Like he used to have Ernie, his right-hand man, dude wears glasses like this, very smart, like brainiac, very wealthy, made a lot of money on the Wall Street, but was his right-hand man. But no athletic, like nothing in his soul was an athlete. And Bill would make fun of like a punter if they shank it. He's like, if I wanted a 20-yard punt, I would have just asked Ernie to go out there and punt the ball. So, like, he makes jokes like that. And that would make you laugh. Like, that was funny. If you knew Ernie, what he looked like, you'd be like, that's hilarious.
Can you give us a Belichick story?
A Belichick story.
A funny one.
A funny one? There's a lot.
Yeah, come on, then.
The
Come
one
on.
that just made you laugh.
That made you
There's
laugh.
there was one that comes to mind of him being in the rain and OTAs teaching us how to block a punt correctly. And one of the players like goes to like block a punt and messes up, and he's like, do that shit again. And he's like take it off my foot. And Bill goes and he kicks the ball, and the kid misses again and hits Bill, and he helicopters on 1 foot. And while he's like helicopter, he's like, what the fuck? That was funny. And he didn't even break, like, he was dead serious, and he was like, just do it again. Like,
that had to hurt him. He's pretty old.
Yeah, exactly. We're all like, I'm dying laughing. And
How hard is it raining?
It's raining. Like, it's raining.
I'm picking the story. It's raining hard. Right?
Yeah, it's raining like OTAs here is like, spring, it's raining. It's the same thing that you're used to out here. And he's just spinning like 1 foot ballerina is saying like, what the fuck? Do it again. And like didn't break, like focus on coaching and like did it again until he got it. But
what do you think, Saban or Belichick? Who do you think's like crazier on their players?
Ooh, I think Saban is. I think he has to be. He's got college kids.
Yeah. I heard Belichick. The thing that I heard about Belichick that I really kind of liked, I heard he got like, and it reminds me of Saban, he got on everybody the same. It didn't matter who you are. Even if it was, I heard like he ripped Tom Brady. It doesn't matter who you are, he gets on everybody the same.
That's why there's a lot of things that people don't like about Bill, whatever, but he's always been good to me, like fair, like respectful communication. And I've always, no matter if he's grumpy and tells me something I don't want to hear, like I respect it because we have an open line conversation. I don't have that with all the coaches and blah, blah, blah. A lot of coaches lie in the NFL, but he's been like truthful to me and he's been truthful to like how he is as a person. You know who you're going to get every single day you walk into that building, and I respect that.
Yeah, I obviously don't know Belichick, but
yeah,
Saban, I've heard Saban and Belichick are like
they're very close.
They're closer
similar. They're closer than what people think.
Yeah,
I mean, they coached together in Cleveland. Yeah, like think about how many Bama players went up there. That's for a reason. Yeah, they're on the phone, like
Yeah.
Were you there with Cyrus Jones?
Yeah. Yeah. Good old Cyrus.
Yeah, he said he
was probably on Bill's shit list.
He wasn't the biggest.
Yeah, I don't think he was banging with Bill.
Nah,
like
he wasn't.
that.
He was like, Marlon, you probably like it, but nah, it ain't for me. It ain't for me.
Yeah. That's funny.
So that's
Cyrus.
He's a local legend.
Gilman.
Yeah,
He went to Gilman.
Yeah, he played against our rival high school, and I remember he played quarterback, running back, wide receiver, cornerback in the game and had 9,000 yards.
I bet. He's an athlete.
Yeah,
he's just give him the ball.
Yeah.
He's an athlete.
In your previous employment, you've had a lot of really good quarterbacks. Was Stafford there also when you were in Detroit?
In Detroit, yeah.
So you've had Brady, Stafford, Lamar, Tua, and Herbert.
Yes, I've had good. I've
been you've been blessed.
I think I could be like a quarterback guru at this point.
You've actually had. Dang, that's actually pretty impressive.
I know.
All right, so break down. What's the
order?
Most? Yeah,
most.
Yeah, give us the order.
No. I don't think I'm.
If you'll rank them, we'll take them.
Give us a one-liner about each one. I know you've only been with Lamar for a certain amount. Give us a one-liner about them all.
Okay.
Because you've also played against a lot of them, too.
Yeah. Stafford, bro. Like,
that's it.
Bro. Anybody that knows Stafford, like, he's cool as shit. Tom, just competitive winner, man. It's like, I've told this story many times, like walking out to practice, I was talking shit to him, like, you better get your ass ready today. He was like, man, Noyes, there's 3 things. He's like, death, taxes, and Tom Brady on Sunday. And then he whooped our ass that day in practice. Like, yeah, that's true. Tua, like accuracy and just happiness.
And you were there with just 1 year or 2, right?
Yeah.
And that was his what year?
Rookie. Yeah, that was a crazy year, bro. To bench Fitz after he was probably playing the best ball of his career, and then on a Tuesday come in and it's like, oh, Tua's gonna play versus the Rams, who are the number one defense. Like it was kind of
there
like,
was a lot of fun going on.
oh, bro, so crazy.
I forget about that.
Yeah, but I think they did it because they had like the number 2 or 3 pick in next year's draft, and they wanted to see if they needed to get another quarterback. That's what I think they were trying to do. Justin Herbert, I love Jay. My locker was next to him, so we talked a lot, even though he doesn't talk a lot.
He's not a talker, huh?
Nah, very he is, but he's not. Like he has you have to break down his shield. But I would say very intelligent, hungry, and like obsessive to be like really good at football. Lamar, baller and a homie. Like
He be chilling.
he be chilling. And he be chilling like in a good way. Like he's a superstar. He's humble. Like just like us going back from London, like the 6 hours we were chilling
For like
in
2
the
hours,
lounge
yeah.
for like 2 or 3
I
hours.
talked about that
talking.
like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that was elite. Like for me as, an older player, like seeing that, like being around that, like it made me feel like I was with some of my boys on other teams because I've only had that a couple times, but just to go back and see you guys chilling and then being able to be in that conversation, like that'll be a memory for me being here. Like that was awesome.
Yeah, he be. I just saw. I think it was old, but I don't know who posted it on Instagram, like ESPN or somebody. He like wedding crashed somebody's wedding.
Word? Oh, that's
Wedding
so.
crashed
That's,
on
I
wedding.
can see that though.
But this is the funny thing. He was wearing a shiesty. He's wearing a shiesty with shades and a hoodie, and I'm just like. Some people like see this and be like, why is he wearing them? They're just like, that's just Lamar.
That's
Like,
Lamar.
He thought nothing of that. Like, you're wearing a shiesty at a wedding, which is just like, it's so funny, but it's just like, that's just like Lamar. He's just like he was like, I just wanted to wear a shiesty today. So I just wore a shiesty.
And somebody would probably perceive that and be like, oh, like he's acting a certain time. It's like, nah.
He's crashing a wedding and he took pictures the entire time. It's like but nah, that's man, it's crazy how many quarterbacks you've had.
Yeah. Had good ones. Fitz too. Fitz is hilarious and a badass. Like what I love about Fitz is like he doesn't give a damn if you're the best corner in the league.
Bro.
He's throwing the rock at you.
Crazy thing about Fitz, and it'll kind of throw you off. Like I remember we in Miami, I'm running 3 deep. I'm like, clearly like no quarterback's gonna throw this ball. Like I'm like, wait, and then just like so you like kind of relax. You be like, is that the ball? Like it'll throw you off and like you'll get out of position. And like somehow like dude ended up getting behind me. My safety came and helped. Like I had my hand in there and my safety came and hit. It ended up being incomplete. But I'm just like, yo, that dude's he does not care.
No, does not
like,
care.
He just reminds me of Jameis Winston. Like screw it, throwing it.
The other thing too I loved about him is he would get a play call and be like, nah, we ain't running that. we ain't running that.
That's funny.
On every guest episode, we do our guest tweets because Marlon has some historically bad tweets. So.
Really? Like what?
People are just haters of me, of my socials.
Why?
My tweets are elite.
But he has some tweets that are like yours, so we'll go through them.
My tweets are elite.
We'll go through them. You tweeted that you can't trust people who wear watches on their right wrist. I feel like you've definitely rocked.
Before I really was a watchman, I used to, but that now, I know now.
Yeah. See,
that was before
he's trustworthy.
He's trustworthy.
Now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you don't trust people who stand up when the plane lands. But,
yeah.
But he said, what's
Did you,
worse?
wait. Did you peep, pause this. Did we say where we're at? Did you peep who did that on our flight from London?
Yes.
Who?
Everybody, okay. That bugs me. Like,
No, but did you see the guy that like really did it? I noticed because he did it both times when we landed, and it's crazy because he did it, walked back, and then the door got jammed,
yeah.
and then he walked back to the front. Like you don't even know what I'm talking
Was
about.
it a coach?
No, that was different. they didn't count because they were.
They was running.
Yeah, we're not even. That was different. We're not gonna call the coaches out.
Okay.
So you don't know the player?
I've seen a lot.
Zeitler. Dude, Zeitler.
Zeitler is a runner?
Dude, he was on the first, he's in the first seat. I'm on like seat like 8 when we landed in London. And as I finally get up, I'm like trying to stand up, and they stand up. I got my crick in my neck because I couldn't stand up because Zeitler's in the hole. And he's not the skinniest guy, so it's not like we can stand next to him. So I'm just like,
why do people do that? Like, honestly, this is like I'm trying to understand. Like, I get it if you're late for a flight, but majority of the time, other people in front of you also need somewhere to go. So why do you get up and rush to the front? Make that make sense. And they still have to open the door.
Does it bother you more that they stand up, or what about deplaning out of order? Like,
it's like deplaning out of order. They stand up to deplane faster, even though there's people that need to go places just like you do.
My biggest pet peeve.
It's so annoying.
It's people that just stand up immediately, period. It'd be like, flight lands a little bell or whatever, they just stand up immediately. I'm just like,
and then they have that dusty crop dust that comes up with them that you gotta smell. Like, what have you been doing on this flight?
Honestly, next time that happens, I'm gonna ask.
Yeah, like I sit there, with the kids. I got 2, so I sit in the way back of the plane, and I literally watch all these freaking just not good people just stand up so
you
fast.
like genuinely don't like those.
No,
people. You don't trust them.
No. Like, if you do that, it's like, what are
about
we doing?
Standing? I agree. There's been 1 or 2 times where a long flight, I'll just stand up to like stretch out a little bit. I'm not getting it.
No,
but that'll bother you.
Even if you stand up, it's fine. It's the bell rings and bang, you're up. Like, it's like people be, you hear the seatbelt unbuckle and everything. I'll be like, God, you about to chop your finger off in the seatbelt. Like, you're over
what
there standing.
What about, I had this guy, first time in a while, he didn't put his phone on airplane mode, and we're climbing, and he's checking emails. What do you think about that?
I think we all do that.
Does that really do anything?
I don't know.
I feel
I think it was back in the day, maybe technology wasn't as great, and there might have been some signal fuzzling.
So you guys are airplane mode like 10 minutes after takeoff.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't even put my phone in.
Yeah,
I'm one of those guys that's like, does that, like, what does that actually do? If they told me a reason, I'm not a big do stuff just because you're supposed to do. If I'm being honest.
But to be honest,
I would have never guessed.
I'd be like, but why? I don't really need to like actually like do that. If I'm being honest, like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think it helps anything with the plane, but
they did create a button for it.
They did create a button for it. It has to be something.
Could drain your battery more.
That's true. But I just tried it.
Yeah, I'm one of those people, like, I've done it before. I've turned off my phone to save the battery. Like,
okay. All right, next Kyle's tweet. I'm excited for this one if we could actually get an answer. You tweeted, I saw the NBA did most overrated player in the league. They picked Trae Young. I wonder what NFL players would pick.
Are you gonna answer?
Most overrated in NFL player?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that rapper did say the quote, "These boys overrated like Joe Flacco." That's not my words. That's a rapper. And Joe's my guy, and I'm not saying he's overrated. So let me make that clear. I did not say Joe's overrated. I'm simply saying there's a rap lyric saying that Joe Flacco is overrated, who's not in the league anymore. But, man, look.
Do you guys think there's a player?
I love the shield.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to make a shield with the hand. If you get to NFL, you can't be too overrated.
That's fair.
But it's overrated by the media.
Oh. You want to know why I feel like gets a lot of criticism? I'm not going to say they're overrated. I mean, he do be having a lot of turnovers in the red zone. But I feel like Dak Prescott really gets a lot of hate. But I don't know if that's just because he plays
for the Cowboys.
Yeah, so that's
all right, let me ask you. I'm not going to make you name an overrated, but Justin Herbert, who you played with, gets a lot of heat, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the arm, the talent, it's clearly there.
Yeah.
But he hasn't put together the win. You actually tweeted that you took a lot of responsibility for the playoff loss last year, right? But he, at this point,
crap, who'd y'all lose to?
They'll separate. They were up big on the Jags in the playoffs.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not to bring back.
It's all good.
But what do you think, Herbert? Like, do you think properly rated? Do you think that, what's the reasoning why he hasn't quite gotten it done yet?
I think it's a lot of different things. I think, you always want him to take that next step to, like, it don't matter what the score is. I'm going to will my team to win. You want that. And I don't think he's done that a couple times, and there's times that he's done it and the defense is let down, So, I think that one's tough for me to answer just because there's a lot of variables in that. And I think it's not always his fault, and there's stuff that he can't control. Like it's tough. I think, me personally knowing him, I think he should be, his mindset should be winning the MVP every single year, That should be his mindset. It is his mindset. I just want him to be able to go out and show the world like I've seen him in practice and in games. And I just have that standard for him. I really like the dude a lot. He's a good friend of mine. And right now, our guys should be leading that pack. LJ.
You agree, Marlon? LJ for MVP?
Yeah, who else is balling?
Not like him.
It's been up and down. Like Tua for a minute was an MVP
It's
pick.
been a very interesting season so far.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
In all positions, it seems like. Except wide receiver. It seems like.
Right now, I would say, to me, you could argue LJ, Pat Mahomes, and Tua for MVP. And Defensive Player of the Year, you could argue Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, and probably Frederico Warner.
You might not like this one. You probably won't like this one. This is, I believe this to the core. And we don't really have to talk about this. I just want to put this out there and then we could just go back to the tweets.
Okay.
The easiest
here we go.
position to dominate, hands down. Like the easiest. Like point blank, like no, there's no other.
You got mad that I didn't put any corners in there.
No. The easiest position to dominate point blank period is pass rusher. The absolute easiest.
Why?
No, we're just back to tweets.
Why?
It is like every single year, there's a guy with a gazillion sacks.
Yeah.
There's multiple guys with a gazillion sacks.
Yeah.
It's like Defensive Player of the Year. It's like
I remember your rant
rush.
about this, about not getting, interceptions, blah blah blah.
no,
I'm
not
I
saying
saw
that.
this.
I'm not saying that.
Why can't more players catch the ball?
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's just like sometimes I want to put my daggum hand in the dirt. Double swim, rip.
Didn't he blitz yesterday and miss?
I should have daggum frick. I'm telling you, if Goff would have,
You would probably get cleared a lot
dude,
if you were
I'm
rushing. If you were rushing, your chest would be like,
bro, I put on about
clear.
40 pounds. It's a discussion for another day.
That was actually on the show sheet because we like to ask the average Jack question. You see my build.
Yeah.
Very average looking human being.
Speaking of that.
We asked Derrick Henry. He said 250 tries to tackle him for me. How many attempts till I could successfully block you? Not like quarterback throws it quick. Like I win the rep.
I don't know. I don't think you could block me.
No.
It's just like asking Marlon if you would catch a ball on Marlon. Marlon would be like, hell no.
No, he admitted that I would do that.
You admitted that?
He said if I ran mesh over the middle, a little
Wow. Are you saying you're slow?
See, this is the thing. All right, this is a prime example right here. 100 routes, luck could like somewhat come on
you
his
could
side.
trip, fall.
100 routes with rushing the passer, it's never
Yeah.
happened because his pass rushing is just too easy. Prime example. It's just there's never a chance. You're gonna speed. They're gonna power. They're gonna speed.
I will
they're gonna
say
spin
corner
move.
is the hardest position in the league. I believe
No,
that.
but I'm not comparing it to corner. That's the thing.
Okay, what corner's right? You don't even watch
I'm
football.
comparing it
How
to-
can you say
I'm
who's
I'm-
playing good football when you don't even watch?
I'm comparing it.
He's just saying it's the easiest position. What would you say is the easiest position? If not pass rusher? That's a good question.
I'd say guard.
They do be protected.
Block left, block
Block
right.
left,
You got a lot of Zeitler.
Oh, you got help. You got the center. You got the center.
Guard, you can put
Yeah.
in a donkey right there at guard. You can put
There's
in
a fish.
you're right.
You can hide them.
Yeah, you can hide them. But they do actually have to be. They gotta anchor that. Well, it really ain't that hard to anchor. You should really think about it.
Damn.
You could put a fish at guard.
Okay, guard. Guard
Yeah.
wins.
Is that?
And then pass rusher, for sure. And then pass rusher is right there. Woo, they're battling.
What about like D tackle?
I mean, you can like, bro, sometimes I see them D tackles. When they hit that knee on that double team, I be feeling bad for them, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
They got that double team and they drop to the knee.
And then they slide. They're
sliding
back.
Bro, that's got to be bad. Like, y'all gonna feel that when y'all 50. Like that, just, man, I feel bad for those guys. Oh, that sucks. Whew.
So I heard you're a conspiracy theorist. Is that true?
Yes.
Major.
What are you willing to share today?
I told him about the plane.
Yeah, plane was nuts.
I told him the plane
was nuts.
The plane,
you had to be there.
That's what I'm saying.
You had to be there.
It's crazy. I was trying to tell it, and I'm just like,
yeah, it was just too much.
It was just too. Yeah, I was like,
the big one out there is the JFK, the grassy knoll. Like, yeah. I'm a believer of that.
YouTube, or like you're really in your bag researching this stuff?
I had a whole class in high school that studied it. Yeah, CSI. It was a CSI class. Very interesting. Like, almost like the show Dexter. Have you heard of that show?
Yeah.
It was like blood splatter. Like, obviously we weren't Dexter, we're out murking folks, but like it was just the premise of like learning blood spatter, learning like crime scenes, and like this lady taught it at our high school, which was like probably the only cool class in all of Nevada, because Nevada has some of the worst public schools in America.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that class was cool.
Nevada's school system.
Yeah, it's bad. Goes Florida and then Nevada.
Florida's got bad?
Yeah.
Pensacola, Florida, Panama City,
Dude.
Florida.
Panama City, Florida.
So I don't know if you knew this, but your draft class, Jadeveon goes
Elite.
1, Odell's there,
Yeah.
you're there, Brent Urban's there. A lot of Ravens from that draft class, all back together now. But your draft class is elite, your draft class is elite. And then I put out a question, and everyone says 2011 is the best
What
modern.
draft class isn't it? I wonder what is some
Winston's class is an elite.
Who was that? Winston, then
Mariota.
But 2011 is like the top
That's the
one.
J.J. Watt one, Von Miller.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that was Locker was in that class. Like the quarterbacks weren't good from that class.
Yeah, but Cam Jordan, all them dudes are Hall of Famers.
Is it crazy to think like, what is it? This is year 10 for you, right?
Year 10.
So 10 years being in the league now, and now you're all back together at different places. Like Jadeveon was the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
Odell, what he did his rookie year. Like, are you guys friends from being from the same draft class?
Well, everybody, right? It's like a small
What draft was that?
2014.
Yeah, 14.
Like the NFL is truly like a fraternity, and everyone kind of knows everyone. Like, people, I've known Odell now for a long time. He's always been cool everywhere we've played. This is my first time around Jadeveon, except at the combine, we had to do the medicals together. So we were cracking jokes during that process, which was funny. So kind of knew him then. Didn't know Herb until this year. He's been awesome. Like last year, went to the Chargers. K-Mac was the same class.
Right.
That's like my brother. But we've known each other, and like we were talking about it, how, he's like, I knew about you, like looked up, your college stuff and stuff like that, going back and forth, and just been awesome to see all the guys from my class. I think the most underrated in my class is Mike Evans, though. I think he's a Hall of Famer. Very good.
Yeah,
player.
1,000 yards
I'm looking
every
at this
year.
draft.
It's a real good class.
Real good.
He's a hater.
Yeah.
Compared to 2011.
Yeah, it's not. No, I think 2011.
That one just doesn't make sense.
That
one's
one's
just insane.
crazy.
Dang, the first corner was Justin Gilbert.
Yeah,
How
that's
long-
wild. He was like
He didn't
2
stick around
years.
too long, did he?
Yeah, he bought like a Lambo. I never seen him since.
I didn't really. Johnny Manziel's in that class too.
This was 2011. Cam Newton, Julio Jones, AJ Green, Tyron Smith, Pouncey, Cam Jordan, JJ Watt. You also had Kelsey, Jason Kelsey in the later rounds, Richard Sherman in the later rounds. 14 was you, Clowney, Aaron Donald, Odell, Zach Martin, DeMarcus Lawrence, Devontae Adams. And then his class, Myles Garrett, Jamal Adams, CMC, Mike Williams, Mahomes, Watson, Lattimore, Marlon, Jonathan Allen, TJ Watt, Tre'Davious White, Cooper Kupp, Godwin, Kittle.
That's a good class.
That one, because the quarterbacks will probably
Yeah,
end up being pretty good.
that's a good class, Mar.
Yeah, that
And you made it out in round
Good
one.
job.
2011 class.
I was kind of butthurt I didn't get drafted in round 1, but I was almost felt after the fact it's almost better to go round
got
2.
to the money quicker.
Why?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh,
Because they got the 5th-year option.
Interesting.
And then they
It's
can
like a
tag
discount.
you.
It's 50 options like a discount.
Yeah.
If you're balling. If you're
That's-
not balling and they
so
pick it up, then it's like, whoa, man, my last year, baby, I needed that.
That's funny.
All right, so you're a big foodie, right?
I am.
You have the Elite Eats.
Yeah.
I like that segment.
Yeah.
Elite Eats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He filmed some content with
Yeah,
all his
you-
teammates.
I used to go around mom and pop shops and show them love because I felt like chefs and owners of restaurants were like football players. People can talk shit
Yeah.
and, give them ratings and they can't really ever say anything. And I kind of tried to give them a platform.
I love
This
that.
was before, what's his name, Keith from Las Vegas that blew
Oh,
up.
yeah.
I was like the first one to do it.
Keith.
Keith
Yeah.
Lee. He's a old UFC fighter, big
Yeah.
food reviewer.
Big food,
Like,
like makes
million.
bank now. He's
Yeah.
got like 10 million followers.
We talked about this
I would love to
because
do
Marlon
that.
wanted to do some food reviewing, but he's afraid to ruin people's business.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But like Keith Lee
I've been
had
wanting
that
to do that
power.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to do that for a while, but like, I don't want to like,
So Keith doesn't hate on anyone.
He
He
only
only
says good stuff.
goes to ones that he knows for a fact is good and he can say
But
good
he
things.
has, there'll be like times where he gets, like people are rude to him and he'll be
Yeah.
like, look, I'm not trying to, but this is what happened. Like he's
Yeah.
honest. So
Yeah, that's fair.
it's tough.
yeah, I
Do you
mean,
have any mom and
'cause-
pop shops in Bmore for you? Just eat Atlas Group?
dude, yeah, I was telling him,
Atlas,
I eat too much of the I was trying to do a new food place every week.
But those aren't Atlas is like fine dining. You
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
talk about like a hood store. Like
I know, cause it's like I live right here. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go across town. I'm gonna go there. And
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just about to walk downstairs. I'm gonna walk across the street. Like,
that's fair.
What's your last meal? Your final meal. You could have anything. What would it be?
That's tough.
you're 98. You didn't see your kids do it all. They scientists, doctors.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
You're like-
tough. I think I would have it would be like a spread. It would be like it'd be like gotta have fried chicken.
But
gotta
where?
have a
Like where? Who?
burger.
Like you can't
Honestly,
just have a burger.
like me cooking the fried chicken.
Really?
You cooking the fried
Straight-
chicken?
Yeah.
Man, you got to work for your life. You 98. You like, dang, can't nobody make this crap for me? Hey, Frank, I ain't got no grandkids that can like help.
That's funny. I don't know.
I'm trying to think.
I'm like burger and fries from somewhere. A lobster roll, pizza, and a steak,
You like the good eats.
How do you eat
Yeah.
the steak?
medium.
Oh, whew.
What do
Yeah.
you-
Thought you were about to say well done or
Yeah,
something,
hell
bro. I was
no.
about to. Whew.
Yeah.
What's your last meal?
Man, I'm not gonna lie.
Probably sushi.
I went to. It would be sushi from this place I had in Japan.
Oh, you went to? How long did you go there?
We did not go long enough. So
I'm
like
trying to
3
go there
days.
next
I got to go longer.
3 days. That's it.
Because we did a bang, 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 bounce all over.
Oh,
We should have
man.
went at least like a week.
Yeah,
But
minimum.
yeah, we could. He was doing the sushi in front of us. All this.
Elite.
It was elite.
That's sick.
That guy from the sushi. I remember they were making it right in front of us. Boom. I gotta have that. Then this is super random. I was on. This when I was in Thailand. We went to some island to take like a boat. Me and Tyus were the only 2 guys that made it. Everyone else like overslept because they went out. Me and Tyus. First off, our transport it left us. It waited for like 2 minutes and then just left without us. So I had to hop on the back of the moped with Tyus, drive 30 minutes like 60 miles per hour on the highway.
Like you and Tyus were like,
I'm behind Tyus. I ain't gonna lie, I got him
in the back.
I got him gripped up. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, I'll be honest, I got him gripped up. And it's crazy. It was a single person moped, so I really was in him.
Yeah.
So my feet, I had my feet like this though, because I couldn't put my feet anywhere. So the entire time I just got my feet lifted. Like a couple times my feet hit the ground. So whatever. I'm over here like, bro, if we miss this thing after I did this, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
Get there, go to this island. I forget what island it was. We're like going around all the shops. I'm like, man, I need a little food. Stop at this random spot. I'm like, okay, let me just get some spaghetti. I hear this lady like whipping something. I'm like, what the frick is she making? Like, do all these, I'm like, bro, when I tasted this spaghetti, I'll never forget it.
It was that
Bro,
good.
I'm gonna go back one day just for this. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find this shop because there
like
was
straight up spaghetti and red sauce or something.
red sauce, but it was meat sauce.
Okay,
bro. When I tell you, it was
so good.
Oh my gosh! All right, so that's gonna be in there for sure.
Yeah,
like that's gonna be in there for sure.
I forgot.
Thirdly, it's gonna be Wagyu. My first time ever having Wagyu.
Story. I forgot you were talking about.
Bro, when I tell you,
about your last meal.
Fam, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I could just feel that again. Ooh.
Okay.
First time I had Wagyu.
From where?
Mastro's in Malibu. I don't know what the waiter. So I'm one of those guys that's like, yo, you tell me what y'all got going on. Like, you tell me what I need. Most times I don't even want a description.
You trust them though?
Every time.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do it too, but sometimes
too.
they push like the specials, the most expensive stuff, maybe the stuff they're trying
They
to
gonna
sell.
get you every once in a while. But this is the thing. I don't care. So they hand me the menu. They hand you the menu.
You hand it back?
I hand it right back. I hand it right back. I'm like, hey, look, man, I need an appetizer, a couple good. I need a little entree. I need this. So anyway, this guy starts giving me the whole rundown of the menu. And at this point, I'm kind of like not paying attention. And then he starts describing about how they massaging the cows from Japan. Cows get massaged every day. I'm like, whoa. Run that description back. I'm like, yo, I need that. Man, he said melts in your mouth like butter. I'm like, nah, ain't no way. First time I had Wagyu. I need that feeling again. So that's going to be in the meal. What else? I need my mama fried chicken, though. Mama fried chicken, she can get it done. I need that.
Need a cook-off.
I only need one whole wing.
Kyle.
I don't need multiple. I need one whole wing. Dessert. I don't know who was making the banana pudding at my grandma's house. R.I.P. grandma. Whoever making that, they would put their big toe in that banana pudding. So I need that too. And then last, and this is kind of basic. I just need a Chick-fil-A lemonade. And that's it. Chick-fil-A lemonade, light ice, extra yolky. Extra
what?
Pulp. Extra pulp. I like the lemonade and orange juice where it's like you borderline eating the lemon or the orange. Like I need it to where you like, you drinking, but you really more like a smoothie. Like super pulp. And that's all I need. That was way more descriptive than what we asked.
Nah,
but
he
was
came up with this platter,
details.
you get
The
to do
details.
yours,
The details.
All right.
The details.
Did you know Kyle has a hole-in-one in his golf career? Winning a Super Bowl or that hole-in-one? What's better?
Man.
That hole-in-one felt good, though.
Yeah. Hole-in-one was...
Where were you at?
Pelican Hills. Oh, man. Yeah. South Course, 13 or 14.
Did you? And it went like straight in, right?
It like hit in the back and then popped in. And it was cool because it was with like other teammates. Josh Harris, Keenan Allen, and then...
Keenan's a big golfer, huh?
He's gotten better, yeah. He's turning into it.
That's the nice way of saying he's not that good. That's how people describe your game.
No, my game is non-existent.
Yeah.
I
love
to
it,
the
man. I put like, as soon as I'm done, I'm on.
And you played
trip.
Augusta?
Yeah.
How was that?
Amazing.
That seems
legendary.
Because that's the one course where no matter who you are, there's still a level to like, could you play Augusta if you really wanted?
No.
Yeah.
I can't play golf at all.
No. Not succeed. Do you think you could get a tee time?
I don't want to disrespect a great course like that. And I'm hitting balls. They talk about you knock somebody out because like they're not used to people hitting. One of these days when I get good, I want to play all these legendary places, but I want to at least be able to.
Like I'm going to this next year. I'm going to the Madison in Palm Springs, La Quinta. I think Bieber's a member there. A couple other people.
What's your handicap?
11.
11. That's
like
pretty
11
good.
is 6 if we're gonna be like
really on it.
Yeah.
Who's the best golfer on the Ravens? Do you know?
I think it's Gino.
You played with Gino. Was he the best?
Mid.
Yeah.
Mid.
Yeah.
I guess
I don't know.
compared to sometimes you got to put yourself in what your future self looks like.
Yeah.
When I'm in my prime,
I can't wait to come to Alabama and whoop you.
mid. Nah, Kyle is supposed to be legit.
I'm excited.
You played with them.
Yeah, but he be messing around. Like
Kyle's pretty good at everything.
Yeah, he be messing around, but he be playing with like some people that actually Gino straight though.
Yeah.
Gino do be on that Parmesan though, for real. I ain't gonna lie.
Excuse me?
That's what he calls par. He be like, Parmesan. Parmesan. I be like, what?
Well, it's a birdie for him.
I don't know what he calls birdie, but Gino is straight actually. I was just talking crap, but I just think Kyle is, Mark Ingram's probably the best player I've been around.
Really?
Him and Cool, Atlanta kicker.
Oh, really?
Oh.
But who won the NFLPA thing was
Have you played in that?
No.
Would you play?
I would.
Yeah.
It was new this past year. I don't know how I got in.
I know, I saw.
I don't
You
know
and
how I
Eckler,
got
Eckler too.
Eckler is pretty weak sauce, so we had a good time. me, Eckler, Mostert.
That's why I was like, how did Egg get in there?
Me, Eckler, Mostert, and Marcus. We had a good mid-off. I mean, everyone did better than me, but I mean, we were hitting.
Yeah, I was kind of pissed
in the
I didn't
rocks.
get invited to that.
No, because it kind of came up out of nowhere. It seemed
Yeah,
like.
it seemed like all like
Judon was there with a brand new set of clubs, and he can't
of
golf.
course.
I'm like, how is
It's Judon though. That's
Yeah,
not
Judon.
surprising.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's Judon. But it was I liked how they tiered it off very well. They had good, great, good. And
who's the best
then the mids.
you've ever played with? Like pro
Golfer?
NFL player? Yeah.
Oh man. Honestly, I think it's got to probably be Taysom Hill.
Really?
Yeah, he shot a 68 at his home course, which is it's not that challenging, but 68.
Yeah.
Michael Pena is pretty good. Play with him. The actor, Williams, basketball player. I'm going blank. Duran played for the Jazz. Pretty good. Yeah, Taysom. And then Golden Tate's pretty good. Dan Orlovsky's pretty good.
It's the retired guys. They got more time to work on their game.
you ever play with Marcus Williams, he will make sure everyone's playing correctly. That's for sure.
He's a big rules guy.
Oh, he's a huge rules guy. No, that's 4. No, that's not Birdie. I'm like, Marcus.
Yeah. Chill out.
Like, he's counting your score, his score, everything. You can't move that. Like, okay, bro. All right.
So post career, you're gonna be playing some golf.
Yeah.
You flip some homes, right?
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
What else are you gonna do? You do some media. I've been loving the show. We're gonna do this week's college picks.
Oh, nice.
As a guest. But yeah, what's post career look like for you? What's interesting to you?
Everything's interesting to me. I don't want to pigeonhole myself into one thing. I think it's kind of going to be where I get to enjoy the sacrifice that I've made playing football and kind of pick and do whatever I want type of deal. Whatever it is, I know it'll be good. I got a good team and, we're all hungry for success. So a little bit of everything.
Love it. Okay. Marlon, are we doing call a player, get the play? I have a couple players listed. So every week we call a player to see if they'll explain their plays. Mike, you were already on
Who are
it.
you
Come on,
calling?
man. Come on, man. And screw me. So
He'll call back.
he will call back.
He'll call back.
We
All
will
right.
Oh! Man, I thought you was about to big time me, man. All right. We're only gonna take wait, what kind of car are you driving right now?
Turn the
Golly,
cam. Show the people.
I see the stars. All right, Mr. Slay, sir, you were here. Some cameras.
Tell them Kyle's here.
We got
with
Kyle Van Noy here.
What's up, old teammate? What up?
All right, Mr. Slay here.
God damn, I thought shit.
Yeah, we're going to turn you around to the people. Mr. Big Play Slay, yesterday was primetime Sunday Night Football, and the one and only Big Play Slay comes up with another big-time play. Talk to us about what you saw on the game-ending interception that led your team to victory last night.
Man, really what I saw was I was guarding Waddle. And I don't know what kind of play design they had going on because Waddle ran a dough move like a little, I guess a post corner.
Yeah, it was a shitty route combination.
Yeah, so it was a post corner, and I see the running back running the wheel. So, me being just a ball player, man, knowing Tua, man, he's known for being on time, being accurate, being a great decision maker. So I knew by the time he got to his back foot, to play.
Now, and they call you Big Play Slay. When did you really embrace that name? Because you seem to make a lot of big time plays. When did that become who you are?
Well, shoot, I've been that. I got it from my college coach, man. My college linebacker coach, man, Coach Collins, man. He was the head coach of Georgia Tech and Temple. He gave it to me, man. And I just ran off with it, man. I was in practice one day. Everybody always just called me Slay. But then I was in practice one day, and I had like a crazy pick in practice. That's a big play right there. Your name should be Big Play Slay. So I'm like, damn, coach, that do kind of sound good. And I'm like, let me keep that going there, cause we kept it going, man, and it stuck with me since my junior year in college.
Mr. Big Play Slay, people said there was pass interference on the play by the linebacker. What do you think?
I mean, that's the part about being the play, because it's two people in the area, so the ref probably really didn't know who the ball was even intended to.
Yeah.
So that could be a trick or two, but it's all moving fast at one time. Anybody can slow a play down and let it be like it's a PI on every play if you slow a play down when the DB is guarding a guy. So I don't know why people be tripping like that.
Slay, you have
fast motion.
Slay,
You say what?
you've had hella picks. What's one of your favorites?
Oh, my favorite will always be Tom Brady's.
Was that was at Detroit, right? In 17 or 18?
Yes, sir.
In 18, you came off a cover 3, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that was elite play.
All right, last question here. I'm not gonna lie, the jerseys last night looked pretty fire.
Those were fire.
Talk to us about how y'all looked sweet. How did you feel? What'd you think about the jerseys?
Man, look, them goddamn jerseys are the best jerseys I ever put on my back. Well, look here. Hey, we saw them things in our lock. I said, look here, coach, man. Y'all might not get it back today, but they told us we playing again against the Bills again, so I'll let them keep it. But I almost took the helmet and the jersey.
Yeah, I would steal both of those.
Them the best jerseys I've ever seen in my life, man. It felt good. It made you play good. They always say if you look good, you play good. Man, I look damn good, and I played damn good.
I was trying to pull up a picture. When we went to Philly for week 2, I actually got a Darius, Slay, Kelly Green jersey. So I had it before you.
Slay, we appreciate your time. You got a fan over here, obviously, with your jersey on.
Yeah, Marlon won't give me his jersey, so.
Hey, Slay, keep locking down wide receivers, man. You enjoy your off day.
All right, bro.
Man, you too, my guy.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, let's do it. Analyst Humph, you ready?
This is who I am, baby. This is what I do.
You've been decent at these.
No,
by
there's
the
no
way.
decent.
Yeah,
There's
you've been
elite.
decent.
Now, last week,
Yeah,
I think I kind of fumbled on some spreads.
Yeah,
That Bama spread.
Wait. Hold up.
USC is mid sauce. Like, what's going on?
yeah, their defense.
Hold
is
on.
I think,
good.
bro, once you start putting someone's got to put the crown on your head.
Marlon
Caleb Williams
Humphrey.
putting the crown on his own self.
Is he?
Did he not? Does he not do that?
I think that's LeBron.
No, dude. Caleb Williams
did he crown
not
himself?
put a crown on his head.
When? I don't remember. You can crown yourself. This is what Analyst
can't crown
Humph
yourself.
tweeted. Tied by 2 scores. How much they win by?
Double.
Duke keeps talking about their homework and FSU will keep talking wins. Who won?
Duke.
Nah, FSU won.
Seminoles.
Really?
Yeah, they came
Duke
back
ain't
and beat them.
Oh, they did.
And in the game of the day, who'd you pick?
I'm trying to think of the game of the day. I can't even
The
think of the
Ohio
State
State University.
with the spread.
They covered?
Wow.
I was picking bang, bang, ba, boom last week.
This week, We actually have a fun
USC
coincidence.
did take an L from me though.
I went to Texas. Texas plays.
Did you really?
Yeah, BYU.
Yeah.
I also did see you picking Bama over Texas. So did he. That's why he had to wear a Texas jersey into the week 1 game.
Bama needed a
Texas BYU. Quinn Ewers is out. You're our guest picker this week. Who you got?
I mean,
now?
I gotta go with the upset, right? I'd be rude not to. I mean, I like our chances. You never know who you're gonna. You know, it's like a box of chocolates with Brigham. You never know who you're gonna get.
They own Texas.
What's BYU's record right now?
5-2, but they lost to Kansas, who's ranked, good team right now, and then they got whooped by TCU, but they suck.
Yeah, Texas is winning that game.
Yeah,
but you got to go with your peoples.
Yeah, I do. I gotta ride with
You're
them.
gonna mess up your guest record performance.
I know that's okay. I'll make it up in other areas.
Okay, all right.
You gotta go with your
second game. Oklahoma, they're 10-point favorites. Travels to Kansas for big noon. Who you going with?
Ooh,
Oklahoma escaped 2-point win.
I'm gonna go with Kansas.
Wow.
And I say this because they're tough at home. They're physical.
They really are tough at home.
They're
stadium's pretty small. Is it open on both sides?
I'm just saying they're tough. Like
no, they are tough at home.
It's like a weird environment.
But it shouldn't be.
Yeah, I know.
Tough.
It's just a weird place. It's in the middle of nowhere.
I liked when Baker Mayfield grabbed his middle parts. It was a little childish, but give me Sooners and the
Can you say that again though out loud? What you said?
Look, it's 2023.
Okay.
I don't.
You know, I mean, I'm getting it from the locker room. Y'all say
no,
pause
no,
every
I'm done.
2 seconds.
No, and
pause.
I told the guys I'm done with it. I said we are
no more pausing.
No more.
Pause. Be in the middle of a meeting. Pause.
I didn't even
stop.
I don't know who.
Pause.
I feel like the biggest person that was on that was actually, and DB room was Jimmy Smith. And he was the oldest one in the room. I was like, where's this? We're done.
Yeah.
Oklahoma with the puntos.
Really?
Yes. Kansas. Like,
10 points?
So
yes.
So the first few weeks we did Analyst Humph, he went like 14-1. Like it was.
And then boys started hating per usual.
And people were like, "Oh, you got to do it with the spread."
That's easy.
And so we taught him about the favorite laying the points last week, and so he took 5 favorite. But most of them covered. Most of them did cover.
Except freaking USC.
Yeah, USC got beat straight up.
trying to-
Georgia at Florida. Number 1 Georgia, no Brock Bowers, travels to the Swamp. Upset or no? Laying 14.
Laying?
Laying. They're 14-point favorites.
I got
to get the slang right.
We got Georgia.
Do I like 14 though?
No, but I like Georgia.
I like Georgia, but Florida, non-laying.
Taking the points.
Taking the points. Puntos.
Plus 14. And the last game on the slate, Oregon at Utah. Oregon -3.
Oregon just squeaked out a win barely? Or did they lose that
Oregon,
game?
who did Oregon play? Washington just squeaked out a win. Oregon was struggling with Washington State, but I think they ended up winning by a couple.
Dude.
Who you got? Oregon versus...
I mean, I've lost every call out against Utah this year.
Utah is sneaky.
I know. Honestly, I'll say this. Kyle Whittingham, you could argue, is probably the 3rd best coach in all of college right now. It goes Saban and Kirby, and then you could argue Whittingham on what he's done in Utah. Like, it's a good argument.
It's always the backup quarterback. He does the
He's
most
on
with
third string. He's on a
Bro,
quarterback
I think
that's
that-
a walk-on.
I think that Iowa coach is fire. I just don't know why they can't get offense going.
Fire?
Bro, his defense be elite every year.
I agree.
His defense be scoring multiple touchdowns every single year.
You're not lying, but
I guess to be a full coach, you gotta have it all.
You could argue about Jim Harbaugh with the Michigan. Like, why can't?
Wait, you know what the deal is though at Iowa? It's his son is the coordinator.
It's a family affair.
It's a family. It's a family feud.
Ferentz. He was my teammate in New England.
See, that's
Coach
the thing,
Ferentz.
man. The family, you gotta.
No, but he put in a clause this year so that he could fire him.
Yeah.
He said he has to score 24 points per game, or they're automatically let him go no matter what.
They need a quarterback there. If they got a quarterback,
What happens when the
they
defense
would be-
scores?
They would be
With
good.
like they do
That's a
every
good
single
point.
year.
And I think they got that cool thing where they see the
wave,
hospital
yeah.
wave. I think that's dope too. But they need a quarterback so the wave could be even better.
Who you got?
I didn't forget who the teams are. Oregon, Utah.
Yeah, who'd you pick?
I didn't pick. I'm waiting to see what he picked.
Man, I'm gonna go. What's the spread?
Oregon -3.
Ooh.
I'm seeing Oregon -7.
Up to 7.
Ooh.
Oh, maybe the quarterback.
Hey, Utah. Who did they just beat recently? That was
Just beat
USC.
USC.
Oh yeah, they're coming. Hey, they're too high. They're too high. Oregon, give me the points. Lay it. Lay a brick house. They're cocky right now. They're thinking they're good. They beat Caleb Williams, Dark Nail, Williams.
I mean, they've beaten everybody they've played by like grimy wins with the third string QB.
They're not hungry anymore. They don't have hunger.
I'm gonna go with Utah.
Oh,
Man.
Straight up?
No, I'll take the point.
Okay. All right, but you're both picking Oregon. But you both have. No, you went Oklahoma. So you have Kansas in the upset of the week?
Yeah. I'll take Utah. I'll go another upset at their crib.
Utah been freaking balling.
Yeah, they've been hooping, man. I'm going with Utah. I've bet against them like 5 times this year.
They're going to burn you again.
I know, they are. They are.
All right, well, appreciate you. Next week, we're getting Roquan on. Anything that we should ask Roquan that you may know from your short time with him?
Ask him if he practices his speeches at home.
I don't know. He'd be too intense to practice. If he practiced that in the mirror, he's a maniac. Because yesterday, I'm over here.
Him or Sizzle? Who do you think's crazier?
I don't know. I never saw that. I never saw the young Sizzle.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw a very savvy, could still do it, but I don't know. I can't really imagine Sizzle when he was.
That was pretty dope yesterday. It was really ball so hard university for us yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tweeted that.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it was really cool to see him and the other guys like Haloti, who is a teammate of mine, of course, because I've played so long.
Previous
now,
employments.
Yeah,
previous employments.
Yeah, journeyman. I'm like a journeyman.
Sure.
Now.
Yeah, you said you're an NFL free agent veteran. At this point.
Yeah.
You might have to teach Marlon one day.
Nah,
Shoot,
he's
man.
got it down.
Savvy
the
vet,
bag.
man. Got to get to
25 years,
10.
one
Well,
team.
this is year 10?
Yeah.
Double digit.
Yeah. Is your contract year for you?
No.
No?
Last year guaranteed.
So it's a contract.
So it's Yeah.
That's funny. Thanks for having me on, fellas.
Hey.
Thanks, Kyle.
you.
Appreciate you.
Guys, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
On your podcast channel, YouTube, Twitch, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter,
Yes.
everything. Catch us soon. We are out.